The worst albums from the best rappers, starting with probably the most obvious one, Vultures 2 by Kanye West. I think this is the greatest catalog of all time, but it was stained with this trash. Like, actually just try and sit through this track list. Sitting through this track list could honestly be a Mr. Beast challenge, bro. I think the only song with decent writing is 530 and maybe River, but still it was mixed badly. Does not sound good and had literally zero purpose. I don't think anyone was asking for a part 2 to Vultures. It would have been much better if we got something fans actually wanted, like Yandi. Now you're gonna want to keep on watching, as in about 1 minute I'll get to my most controversial opinion in this whole video. So when I was first planning this video out, I thought I'd have For All the Dogs as the worst Drake album, but then I remembered. Honestly, Nevermind is not good. So this album's theme is dance music, but he didn't execute this style of music good like what he did on More Life and Views with tracks like One Dance and Passion Fruit. Nah. This album only has one feature on the last track with Savage, so the rest is just Drake, so I feel like I'm just listening to the same song over and over again. Now, unlike Vultures 2, this album is actually listenable and you could get away with playing it on the aux cord without anyone questioning it, but it's just so incredibly mid for a Drake album. Music by Carti. For me, this is definitely Carti's weakest album, and it's probably controversial to say that, but I really think it's his worst work. Playboi Carti was really good, Die Lit was a fucking 10 out of 10 masterpiece, and I even liked Whole Lotta Red when it first dropped and everyone hated it at first. But Music is just by far the weakest album in his catalog. I've seen a lot of people complain about Carti's voices on this, but that's not really an issue for me. I just think it had way too much filler that was not worth waiting almost 5 years for. Now, getting to Kendrick, I know it's become cool to hate on the man lately because he's gotten so big lately, but even as someone who prefers Drake over Kendrick by a lot, I still gotta admit Kendrick is very talented, but his worst album is definitely Section 80. This album has the same problem as Music, it's just too long with too much filler. It has less filler than Music, but still not a great experience to listen start to finish. This album has 2 songs that I think are really good, which is High Power and Rigor Mortis. When comparing this album to a T-Pab or Damn, it's not really great, but an album that's 10 times worse is Revival from Eminem. It has some of the same problems as the other albums, with it being way too long and clearly some tracks needed to be cut. Eminem leans way too hard into pop features that don't work, like for example with Pink on Need Me. The political songs feel forced, especially with songs like Home, which tries way too hard to be meaningful. Also, the production is just terrible. So yeah, I just felt like complaining about these albums today. If you like this video, then I'd greatly appreciate it if you gave this a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more rap explanations.